Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boisterous, joined by Cadoink, and we are going to be doing the STL Championship League Division today, Opportunity versus Berserker. Now, of course, me and Cadoink, we're going to live stream this, but Blizzard hates everybody, so we're not. Instead, we're just going to be doing these series of Fraps videos. It'll probably be like one on my channel, one on his channel, one on my channel, one on his channel, and they'll all be linked by video replies, because we have the technology. So, Cadoink, do you have anything fancy to say about this game? Maybe introduce our players, starting with Zoimax.
Alright, spawning in the top right corner of GSL Daybreak, we do have Zoimax, Berserker Zoimax, I do believe, spawning as the Red Terran. And his opponent is, of course, the Protoss player Z Corp. Interestingly, both players starting with Z Corp, or excuse me, with the letter Z. And so Z Corp is our purple Protoss player. And I said GSL Daybreak, but I'm kind of starting to doubt that because it looks like we do have a full mineral patch in the middle expansions.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be GSL Daybreak. I thought the replay was on GSL Daybreak.
Yeah, perhaps these players, perhaps whoever hosted was cheating. He wanted to get ahead of the curb.
Well, everybody knows that those full mineral patches are OP for Terran.
It's super OP, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you go onto a regular Daybreak against the Terran, you lose.
Yeah.
Just don't even play the game.
I've never lost a match on Daybreak. That's actually a fact.
Well, Cadoink, you've never lost a match in general.
That's true. I am actually the greatest StarCraft player in history, but I don't want to play tournaments because I think that's quite unfair.
Yeah, it's unfair to everybody else. You know, you gotta let the money spread and then esports can grow. And then you'll join into little tournaments once, you know, there's $500 million tournaments. You will just knock everybody else out. Exactly. That's a great plan, Cadoink. It's nice. It's like a 5-year plan.
It is my 5-year plan.
Cool.
I didn't actually hear a word of it, though. I was totally stuck on something.
What were you stuck
mentally
on, Cadoink?
I don't know. I was watching these SCVs and Probe Scout, and for some reason it was completely foreign to me. Like, what are they doing? Where are they going?
We should probably mention that both me and you, Cadoink, are quite tired currently, correct?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I'll give my story, then you can give yours. You ready?
Alright.
Alright, so last weekend was my exam week. I am a college student, and so I had mini exams, and then on Friday, I had to take my last 2 exams, and then I had to pack everything in my dorm room into a car, and then on Saturday, wake up at 6 a.m., continue packing, and then drive 12 hours home. Alone.
Well, you did have State of the Game to keep you company.
That's true. I listened to 3 State of the Games while driving. It was actually really nice.
Is it just me, or do you have an issue where you cannot watch State of the Games if In Control isn't on them?
If he isn't on them?
Yeah, I cannot watch them. If he's just like, he is the entertaining part of that show. Him and Day 9. Yeah,
I feel the same way about Day 9. The 3 I listened to didn't have Day 9. I was like really upset about it. But no, I've seen some without In Control. I actually really didn't like In Control until about a few podcasts in. And then I was like, alright, I like In Control now. I used to think he was like really conceited or something. It's just like his tone of voice.
Yeah.
But then when I started listening to the things he was actually saying, it was a lot better. It was really nice, actually.
I just like how he's freaking hilarious. His rant on horses might be one of the greatest videos I have ever seen.
I'll have to see that one. I don't think I've seen it.
They don't have souls.
Oh
have
my
you ever
gosh.
looked into a horse's eyes? They are dead inside.
You know, I can mathematically prove that all horses are the same color.
Mathematically.
Yeah, if any of you guys are math nerds, you guys probably have heard that. And if you haven't, look it up. You can mathematically show that every horse is the same color.
You know, Cadoink, this game is pretty standard and it's kind of dead right now. So I think you should explain this to us.
Yeah, okay, so we do have Z Corp going for an expansion really, really early off the bat. And that means that he's not going to do anything too incredibly aggressive. So that's why we haven't really seen anything going on. In the meantime, mainly from Zoimax, he's been I said kind of too many times. He's teching up to a starport really early on, so he won't have a big army as well. So neither player really wants to do any kind of big attacks. So Zoimax is just kind of scouting around the map, taking the watchtowers, making sure he's in control of everything while teching up.
You said in control. You dropped the name there.
Did I say?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you
said.
Yeah. I thought you meant I was calling one of the players in control.
Nah. Well, you did call the Terran player in control, but...
Well, he's in control of the map. I see what you did there.
Yeah,
very
see?
sneaky.
Okay, well that was awkward and confusing. And just by the way, when I said explain it to us, I did not at all mean the game. I meant the thing where horses can mathematically be proven.
Oh, you really wanted me? I'll do it
No,
if you
no. It's too late. We'll do it next game.
Okay, we'll do it next. Guys, if you want to see the explanation for why horses are all the same color, watch game number 2 between, I already forgot the teams, Berserker and Observer or something.
Berserker Team B and Opprotunity.
Opportunity! Opportunity is always knocking, but not for me.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, very clever. Yeah. I thought I was going to be punny, and then I just went for it even though I didn't have anything clever. But yeah.
That sounds like a good way to live your life, Cadoink.
It is a great way. Look, we have an all-in sort of thing coming in. A ton of SCVs for Zoimax are moving to the Watchtower, as well as the Medivacs.
God, when SCVs run across the map, they look so angry.
They do. They do. It always reminds me of the first time I ever saw. I'll explain that story in a second.
Alright,
we have Zoimax coming up the ramp, and a lot of force fields going down, basically cutting the army in half.
Yeah, these SCVs were not in... They did not understand what they were going for. They ran into some zealots, and those zealots had these sharp bladey things. And despite the fact that SCVs have power drills, they don't do anything. They kind of just sit there. They're not like Big Daddies from Bioshock 2.
Nope, not at all. It looks like Zoimax is going to have to run off, but not before trying to get a drop-off into Z-Corp's base.
Yeah, this is actually kind of big drop, especially considering the fact that there are 4 Medivacs with it. And 4 Medivacs heal units quite rapidly. Z-Corp reacted amazingly quickly, to be honest. Especially considering the fact they didn't have an observer with his army. With the army of Zoimax. And the observer is kind of just chilling on the other side of that ravine. This factory is being the sacrificial factory. It's trying to run away, but I'm just not sure if it will make it. It's probably going to make it.
Yeah, it's going to make it. Interestingly, Z-Corp didn't lose anything to that drop. He targeted the supply depot, or excuse me, the pylon. But then when the army got there, he started attacking the army, and one of the stalkers got into the red. Actually, this one right here. But he didn't lose it, so that reaction time is the difference between a pylon, the difference between a couple of stalkers. So that was very excellent by Z-Corp.
Indeed. And it would appear that Zoimax is just kind of being sloppy at this point. I mean, he's leaving Marines all over the place. It would appear that Z-Corp is just going to go for a backstab attack on Zoimax's main right now, and I think it might be effective. I mean, there's just so much more stuff for Z-Corp than there is for Zoimax. Base trade.
Yep, we do have a base trade, but it's not going to work out in Zoicorp's favor. Actually,
Zoicorp?
No, Zoimax is running. Zoicorp? Whoops. Every time I see that Z, I just want to say Zoi. It's so bad. And so I say it anyway. But yeah, Z-Corp is running home.
No. Why is he running home? What? You should... Z-Corp.
I know. He should have forced the base trade, but it doesn't matter. He's going to get in here. Actually, he's going to kill a lot of these. Maybe not.
He's going to kill all these units. If they lift up, the stalkers are just going to absolutely tear them to shreds. And if they don't lift up, then all the units will tear them to shreds.
Yeah.
There's no good way out of this. Zoimax getting trapped in the base was not the right... Oh. Alright, never mind. I was completely
That was so
wrong.
smart. Zoimax, you did like one of the smartest things I think I've seen in a long time. And granted, I did spend a long time in a car yesterday. But that was so smart. He pulled all his units back into that choke, forcing the zealots to run forward and clump up. So that way he could lift up and run away without any stalkers dealing with it. That was so cool.
Alright, quick Cadoink. Let's take guesses. What do you think the chance was with that was on purpose?
Dude, man, it doesn't matter if it's on purpose or not. If you do something awesome, you've done something awesome. You should be rewarded.
I'm saying it's a 100% chance that was completely on purpose.
You're saying it was on purpose?
100% chance it was on purpose.
Okay. Well, even if it wasn't, Zoimax, watch that. That was the coolest thing ever, and do it all the
Yeah.
time.
Even if you're not Terran. I mean, if you're Protoss, just do it. I mean, it doesn't matter that you're not
Always
gonna lift
do
up.
that.
You know, if occasionally you just want to run your units around your own base, just do that maneuver. Run them through choke points. Just rally them around.
Yeah, practice.
Gotta be ready for battle.
It looks like Z-Corp has an observer up into Zoimax's base, so he does see what's going on. He's going to see this expansion, and he knows that he can easily well, I guess he doesn't know that he can deny it, so he will be running his units home, trying to make sure he takes up the third, which is going up at this time. Oh man, and he's going to see this
He sent the
medevac
lowest
fly
health
over it.
medevac he had in his army. That medevac has 7 life. Why would you send out that one?
It's strategic.
I guess.
Oh man, that was sick. He just picked off that pylon.
Yeah, I know. I think you're a bit behind me.
Oh, am I
Yeah.
really? I am at 15,
Oh,
17.
you're 2 seconds behind me. It's not that big of a difference. Z-Corp is kind of cleaning up right now, and Zoimax is on the move. However, most of Zoimax's army is just Marines, and Marines kind of get torn to shreds by everything a Protoss owns. So...
Yeah. I am at 1545. Where are you at?
46, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 15. We're soon. We're good.
We're similar. Okay, so we do see a scan going off into Z-Corp's base. He did see those stalkers, so he will be moving his medevacs into a better position, and it looks like he's going to get a really good drop-off.
Yeah, of course. The issue is that Z-Corp has a massive army, and most of it's zealots, and when you're facing zealots, you don't want to be in your opponent's base.
That's very true. It looks like he will have to run away, lifting up, and then just kind of stopping for a second, but he will manage to get out with a few of his units.
He actually only lost a medevac that had no units. That was kind of impressive.
Yeah.
That medevac was positioned
Man.
perfectly. Well done, Zoimax.
He has the best medevac
know,
micro.
it is
His
insane.
micro... Oh, and he's going to maybe get this pylon. Yep, he is going to get the pylon.
That
Sweet.
Artosis pylon got sniped twice.
Yep. Yeah, and it looks like he's going to catch some stalkers off guard, but the rest of the units will manage to reinforce and enforce him back for a little bit of time.
Yep. So Zoimax is going to be on the run again, and honestly, it's not looking good for Zoimax. He does have his natural up, but he does not have nearly the amount of workers that Z-Corp has. He's actually 11 workers behind, which granted with mules, it's kind of tied, but nah. Z-Corp is going to be pulling in a lot more gas, and gas is what really matters in a game like this. It would appear that Zoimax is going to be going for the snipe on the third. However, his army is just so small compared to Z-Corp's that Z-Corp can kind of just attack and win.
Yeah. However, if he goes in, he will get that pylon again.
Artosis pylon.
Oh, man. Z-Corp is done with this crap. He's just going straight into the base. He's going to be attacking. Oh, it looks like the SCV timing is great by
Doesn't matter,
Zoimax.
there's too many zealots. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Too many
Kind of
zealots.
nasty. Beautiful force fields anyway, preventing those SCVs from repairing that bunker for just long enough for everything to die. SCVs are getting pulled off the line, but they're charging right into the open arms of the zealots, and those zealots are not happy about SCVs trying to hug them. They don't want hugs. It appears that the stalkers are running off along with the sentries. However, wow, I can't believe that Zoimax actually won that engagement, actually convincingly.
Well, I don't think he won it, per se. I think he held, and then Z-Corp backed off to get some more reinforcements, and now Zoimax is kind of in a very risky position, because if we look at the units lost tab, we see 35 workers were killed.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. He did have to pull all of his SCVs.
Yeah, in the income tab, he's caught up. In fact, he's passed them in income.
Yeah, just by a little bit. I mean, it's like 45 workers to 4 workers. It's not that much to lead, especially considering the fact that it's Terran, and Terran kind of has 5 mules out right now.
That's true, but in the income tab, it's 1,000 minerals being mined from Z-Corp to, well, oh shoot, the mules brought it up to 900, but, you know, that's beside the point.
Yeah, he just shot up above him in mineral, but it doesn't matter. It's 2 and 8 Protoss units. Even though the zealots are kind of...
Yeah, they're going to come in. Actually, interestingly about the mule thing, and about people thinking mules are overpowered, I read an interview, and there's the GG, I read an interview that Flash
Oh
said
my
that
God.
Protoss was the most overpowered race.
You found that on the Battle.net thread, didn't you?
No, I found it on Team
Wow.
Liquid because I go
High
straight to the
class.
source.
High class. I've seen that
Yeah.
Battle.net thread around for so long. I'm like, what? I don't even want to open it because I feel like it's just the ramblings of a troll. However, I might go read that interview.
No, I
now.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah. It was pretty good. It was pretty interesting. Flash seemed
Well,
like
anyway,
a cool
guys,
dude.
if you want to hear Cadoink explain how horses are all the same color, you can click on the video response. Hopefully. Indeed.
Yes, indeed.
Uh,
Or you can go to youtube.com/user/Cadoink Studios, which is my very own personal YouTube channel, where we put a lot of our casts. And if you want to see more of the STL, we're going to have these casts on both our channels. So please check
and
out our
also,
channels.
if you just hate Cadoink, you can just watch games 1, 3, 5, and 7 on my channel over at youtube.com/user/boisteroussc2. It's fine. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. You don't need to watch. You don't need to
True,
watch
and-
the even games.
I don't know. Odd numbers are awful. Even numbers can be divided by 2, which is a good quality of anything, in my opinion. So please check out videos 2, 4, and 6. They're going to be the best for sure.
All right. Well, now that we're descending into a random ramblings time, I'm going to end this game right now.